I have come to realize that the Broncos are going to make any quarterback look good. No matter who's playing them, no matter what quarterback's starting, the Broncos are going to make him look good. First Justin Fields, now Zach Wilson. Who's next? Oh man. Patrick Mahomes is probably going to feast next week. Let's hope not. I still have some hope, a little, kinda. But man, what a game. What a game, what a game. But before I go too far, you know how it be. If you've been here before, I gotta just make sure the stream up and running. Gotta make sure it's actually live, actually, capturing what it needs to. So yeah. What a game though. What an absolute game. It is week 5 though. There are still games going on right now. So hopefully those games won't be that bad. I might pull up the scores for all the games and like the live games after I go over this game. But so far the stream looks like it's good. Feel like it's zoomed in. I don't know if it's blurry for y'all. Hopefully it's not blurry. Might be a little blurry for me because my phone is bad. Alright, well, let's hope it's not blurry. I don't know. But alright, I think we're set up. This was a game. Zach Wilson looked okay. That interception was pretty bad. But Patrick Surtain may have got away with a nice little hold. But so does Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner always gets a freaking away with hold, so it's whatever. That was a nice cover by Patrick Surtain anyway. But yeah, so anyway, I'm probably gonna start out before I go too far, and because that happened like way later. I'm gonna start from the beginning. I'm getting ahead of myself. So actually, going into this game, the Broncos were the most penalized team, the third most penalized team in the league, and they actually only had 4 this time. The Jets, on the other hand, had 9. So those penalties hurt the Jets, but they didn't let it like completely ruin them. That's kind of what kept the Broncos in it. Is a lot of those penalties. Freaking yeah. Surprised to see it more on the Jets side instead of the Broncos side there. Early on though for the Broncos, because both the first 2 drives for both teams weren't all that great, but Nick Benito did get a nice sack in the first quarter, and he put the Jets in a 3rd and 18 situation. It was pretty good. They just had a they ended up being like a fast 3 and out after that. But Marvin, oh, okay. After that 3 and out, Marvin Mims muffed the punt return. Like he straight dropped it, and the Jets got it right back on the 20-yard line. That was sad. Like he muffed one, like he dropped one the last game or the couple games ago. I can't remember exactly which game it was, but he dropped one in the other game, and that was just not good to see him do it again. He's got to like not do that. Find a way, like find a spot to stand where the sun's not in your eyes, or do something different. You can't like that's already twice. I know he's like already had one punt return for a touchdown as well, but he's just dangerous. Only it's a good thing the Jets only got a field goal out of that. The Broncos defense were actually able to hold him out of the end zone there. That's pretty nice. Nick Medino did have a second sack too. I wonder, is that all I got? 2 sacks, right? Nick Medino, where you at? Yeah, he only had 2 sacks. His second sack, it was late in the first quarter. Actually, it was at another great timing. It ended up putting in the Jets in another 3rd and long situation, 3rd and 20, and then that's when Zach Allen got his sack. Where's Zach Allen? Yeah, that's when he got his sack. It was like kind of back to back. It was pretty good. Then they were backed up in their own end zone. Had to punt it out. Pretty good. Or wait, yeah, I may have. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I was just reading my notes wrong. Possibly there. But yeah, no, that was good to see Nick Bonito get 2 sacks. I think he's really developing nice. It's good to see him get a sack the last couple of games now. I want to see him like it's probably good they got rid of Randy Gregory. Even though they lost, I don't know if Randy Gregory would have did too much out there. I don't think Baron Browning played. He's not on here. I didn't see him out there. I didn't look at the injury list. I think they like activated PJ Loke. I'm not too sure if they did that or Locke. Huh. I don't I don't know if they were out there or not. I don't remember seeing them. But anyway, also Russell Wilson, he was running good. It was good to see Russell use his legs out there. He had a nice 17-yard run on a third down, picked it up, and then he had another nice run on a 21-yard run on another third down. So he picked up 2 nice third downs using his legs. Good to see. That's what they need. Another like way to get those first downs, because man, they need all the help they could get. Sorry, I had to take a drink. Another thing though that the Broncos need to do is stop fumbling. They had another fumble, or 2 fumbles, or 3 fumbles actually. The game losing one, the Marvin Mims one where they're trying to do a trick play and they fumbled it, and then the freaking I think Russell Wilson just got sacked or something. I think there was 3 turnovers. Was there 3 turnovers or was there just 2? Am I remembering wrong? Oh yeah. There was 3 fumbles. Yeah, there was horrible each one, and the very last one sealed the game. It was brutal. The time of possession, Broncos could not do anything. Their third downs, they only had 4 third downs out of 10, or they only got 4 third downs completed out of 10 tries. That's awful. Jets only had 3 of 12, and we still let them win. Their defense was not letting our offense do anything, or letting the Broncos offense do anything. Unfortunate. Especially in the second half. That's when the Broncos just went to sleep, was that second half. The very last fourth quarter, they're like, "Oh yeah, we know we should score points actually, or I guess we should." I don't know why they always like try to put it like together at the very end when there's not enough time left. That's funny. Oh, speaking of not enough time left, right before half, Zach Wilson and the Jets were going down the field, and they were so close to getting a touchdown or a field goal. They were in field goal range, and they had like some good amount of time left, and they were thinking and dunking, kind of getting solid yards. I was kind of like getting all upset. I was like, "No, Broncos, why are you doing that?" But they were getting down there, and then they threw it to CJ Uzama, but he got tackled inbounds with like 10 seconds left. And CJ got up and he just took off, and they're all trying to get together, get it snapped. But nope, they ran out of time. Ran out of time, couldn't get the ball off. That was great. That was funny. That was really funny to see. Just cause like, especially with Nathan, my bad. Especially with Nathan Hackett or Nate Hackett, Nathaniel. That guy, he does not know how to manage the clock very well. Like that's really funny to see him do that again. Like I'm rooting for him, but just the fact that he did bad clock management for the Broncos and now for the Jets, it's funny. It's just funny, man. Funny game. The Broncos really need to do something, man, because the Chiefs game for them, I'm worried about that. This game has got me worried about next week for the Chiefs. There's no way the Chiefs could drop 70, right? There's no way. There's no way. They know how the Chiefs are. Also, where's the Jaleel McLaughlin at? He got the start because Javonte Williams wasn't playing. So Jaleel McLaughlin, he came in there and he performed. He was hella good. Look at that. His screen pass went for a nice touchdown. It was a it was a cool pass. He like tipped it to himself. He was like one-handed, tipped it to himself, caught it, juked a guy, ran it straight into the end zone for a great touchdown. It was cool. I really like seeing that. Jaleel definitely needs to get more carries. I love Javonte Williams, but man, Jaleel looks like the fastest player on the field right there. He is definitely a game changer. And I really like Jaleel McLaughlin. I also like Samaje Perine. I actually like all three of our running backs. Javonte Williams, Samaje Perine, and Jaleel McLaughlin. That is a loaded backfield. If they were all like completely healthy, I know Javonte's coming back from ACL tear and he just had another injury. But if everyone was completely healthy, that's a loaded backfield. I can't believe Jaleel McLaughlin was undrafted, though. That is crazy. The Broncos always find a nice undrafted guy. Chris Harris, Philip Lindsay, kind of like the ones that come to mind right away. At least for me, anyway. Now Jaleel McLaughlin. Crazy. Most of the Jets' flags as well, like I was talking about earlier, most of those flags, it felt like came in the first quarter. They were getting flag after flag. And it was always like at a bad time that just really helped the Broncos. It was like, it was good. It was weird for this game as well. Usually for this season, the Broncos' offense has been outperforming the defense, but this game, the defense outperformed the offense, which kind of makes sense because the Jets' defense is really good and their offense is kind of lackluster. And then on our hand, our offense was okay, and then our defense was bad. So it kind of makes sense how, it went down. But I just had hope that there would be something else. They were tackling better. I'll give the Broncos defense a little bit of credit. They were tackling a lot better. That's why they did outperform the offense. And the offense did not. It wasn't really Russ's fault. A couple of it was. I think a couple of sacks may have been because he should have just been getting rid of it. And we got a safety. That safety, I think, was his fault. That safety was 100% his fault, I think. That was bad. But I don't know. It was just a bad offensive performance. Jaleel McLaughlin is a huge bright spot. Cortland Sutton, he didn't even get a catch. Where's he at? Oh, he did. He got one catch for 13 yards. That was late in the game. I didn't even have a note on Cortland Sutton because how late that catch was. That's crazy. And then Marvin Mims only had one catch. That's crazy. Well, Russell Wilson didn't really have time to do much. He was getting sacked out there quite a bit. Did the Broncos? How much sacks did the Broncos get? It was 2, 3, 4 sacks. That's actually nice to see. I like to see that. What did the Jets get? Jets got 2, 3, 4. Okay, they both got 4 sacks. That's pretty good. At least Russell didn't get sacked like 6 or 8 or 9 times. That would suck. 4 is not good, but man, at least we got some sacks. That's good to see. And Kareem Jackson, he didn't get ejected. That's good. For the Jets, though, Breece Hall, he looked really good out there. 177 yards and a touchdown, especially in the first quarter or first half. He looked really good. And he just continued his first half performance by just still looking good. I don't know what it is, but Broncos always make, like, the defense, I guess, with being historically bad, it makes sense, of course. But they make Josh Jacobs look extremely good. They make Breece Hall now look really good. They always make some running back just look amazing. They always allow some crazy amount of yards. It's weird. Their defense is just such a random crazy thing now. And it's hard to explain. But I think after this, what if they're going to get like in tank mode? Do Broncos even tank? They might, but who knows if that's like their style? I'm not too sure. If they do go like 3-14 or something like that, then maybe they'll get Drake May, because Caleb's probably gonna be gone. But who knows who they'll get at this point? Who knows what will happen? There's a long season. Let me look up the Jets or the Broncos schedule quick. I can't. Oh man, they have to play the Chiefs twice, and the Jets did go play a pretty good game against the Chiefs. So if the Broncos lose like that to the Jets, and then have to go in there and play the Chiefs, who the Jets just played really well, it's crazy. That's worrying. But yeah, screw the Chiefs. I'm still gonna bet $20 on the Broncos. Not really. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, the Jets. Zach Wilson didn't even throw his first pass until the second quarter, with 6 minutes left, 6:44 left to be exact. It was on a third down. It was incomplete, and they had to settle for a field goal. But that was his first pass. That was kind of wild. That was when Broncos were still up 10-8. This is a weird scoring game. What's the? Hang on. Does it show the field goal? Like, yeah, look. We had a field goal, touchdown, safety, field goal, field goal, field goal, touchdown, field goal, field goal, field goal, touchdown, touchdown. That's pretty good. Not pretty good, but that was pretty wild. I wonder if there's bets to make a safety. If whoever bet money on a safety, there's safeties in 2 games. But look at this score: 3-0, 3-7, 5-7, 8-10, 8-13, 15-13. That's just a weird score lineup. It's like, man. Right, well, the first half, I had, like, kind of hope because how the score was going. I thought they were still going to do something good. But then, for some reason, the second half, they have just been not performing. It's just been a trend for the Broncos. Just the second half, just they don't show up anymore. They're like, all right, what we did in the first half is good. We can just go home, guys. We're good. Let's get this over with and go home. So bad. Expect like 0 points in the third quarter for the Broncos. That's bad. They started with the ball and like immediately went 3-and-out. It's like you're gonna start with the ball and immediately go 3-and-out. The Jets got the ball back after that 3-and-out and scored on a huge Breece Hall touchdown for 72 yards. That was insane. Where's his freaking? That was his only touchdown. Was that 72-yard run? Jets' first play after half. That was brutal. After the Broncos went 3-and-out on like maybe like a 15-second waste off the clock. No, I'm just exaggerating. They probably wasted like a minute or two, but if that, maybe like a minute. Like, it was just brutal to see that. That's kind of when I knew the Broncos were probably going to be done. Was just seeing that touchdown. And then, or like seeing them go 3-and-out, then immediate touchdown. I was like, oh man. It was bad. Even though the Jets did have to settle for field goals most of the game. And they always say you don't win games by field goals. They got the touchdowns when they needed them, I guess. But man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They had 5 field goals. So whoever had Greg Zerloin on their fantasy team, that might have been a good pickup. Might have been a solid pickup. At least it's not 700 yards. It's good to see. Like when I see 400 total yards, I'm relieved at this point after that Dolphins game. And it's actually kind of close in a way. The passing game was kind of close. I guess they did get 100 more total yards. That's not, I guess, too close. That's 100 yards. But the sacks are tied, and we got less penalties, but more fumbles and less time of possession. Damn, what a game. The Broncos just need to show up for the second half. That's all it is. They did not do a thing. And it's especially like, it's weird that the Broncos offense and defense likes to switch. Like last year, the defense was good and the offense was bad. We all know that. But then this year, the defense has been bad and the offense has been good. But then this game, the defense is good and the offense is bad. It's just a mind trip. It's freaking like Chris Angel says. Or whatever he says. Mind freak. It's just a mind freak. I don't know. I don't know why I brought Chris Angel. I don't know if he's even a Broncos fan. But man, the Broncos are a trip. Oh yeah, hang on. Let me pull up the Broncos schedule. Also, they were freaking. I can't believe the field goals though. Broncos have so many field goals. Will Lutz looks good. It's good that Will Lutz looks good. All right. So this schedule here, it's a little bit zoomed in. Oh, my B. Okay. So this Chiefs game, I didn't think they're gonna win this one, but I thought it might be, a good game. But like it might be pretty bad after this game. The Packers, they might. I don't know. That's a 50-50 to me. But then this second Chiefs game, I was thinking like the Broncos are gonna win this one. Like I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're gonna break this streak on this second game, and it'll be our Super Bowl this second game. I feel like that'll be all it is. They're gonna prepare the first game's to learn, because I don't think Sean Payton has played the Chiefs in a while, so he's gonna use that as a learning experience. And this second game, you're gonna go all out, creative. Everyone's gonna break the streak, dude. Oh man, I'm gonna bet this might be the only game I bet on, just so I could root for it even more. No, I don't know. I don't really do bets, but when I start, I might start sometime soon. I just gotta do more research on teams. But if they win this second Chiefs game, you already know. You already know I'm going live after that game. 100%. I might go live after most games, but this game, 100%. Bills, we might lose. Vikings, I feel like that could be a coin flip. Justin Jefferson might feast, though. Alexander Madison probably have a blow up game. Browns, I might lose since they have a good defense. Unless I guess their backup quarterback's playing. I can't think of his name. Texans, I hopefully think they'll beat the Texans, but CJ Stroud's been looking good. He's been looking good out there. Chargers, we always beat the Chargers at least once. Lions, bad. Raiders, they gotta beat the Raiders. Patriots are a train wreck right now. They're gonna beat the Patriots. I already know it. They have to. 100%. And you already know I'm gonna be streaming that game. Or I guess after. Oh man, what a schedule for them. Let me pull up the Jets schedule. I guess I haven't finished talking about the game either. I've been kind of going off track. I'll get back to it real quick. I'm just curious about their schedules after this game and how they played. Oh, they got the Eagles next week. Dang. See, they played the Chiefs pretty well. They kind of beat us pretty bad. Like it looks like it was close, but it didn't really feel like it was too close. At a couple points, I guess it did, but man, for the most part, I was like, I don't feel like this is a win. You always just get like that feeling when watching the Broncos. Like I don't think it's a win. But the Jets were playing good. Zach Wilson, he looked pretty decent. Broncos make every quarterback look pretty good, and he's the next one up. But yeah, no, they got the Eagles next week. And the Eagles went into overtime with the Commanders, and I feel like the Jets and Commanders could be kind of the same. They both got good defenses with a questionable quarterback. Like Sam Howell could be good. Zach Wilson could develop into being good. So it's all right. Like for both teams, maybe the Jets would go into overtime with the Eagles at this point too. That could. I want to say they're gonna get a loss here though. I think Eagles D line is just too good. So my bad, Jets. I feel like you might lose next week. So ride the high this week. Maybe they'll take the momentum into next week and actually beat the Eagles. They'll probably beat the Giants for sure. Chargers, I don't know. Chargers are pretty wild. Raiders, they'll probably beat the Raiders. Bills, probably not. Dolphins, probably not. Jets, that'll probably be a good game. I mean Falcons. Texans, that might be a good game. Probably, I think they might lose to the Texans. To be honest, I think that's probably when C.J. Stroud have a great game. Oh well, I don't know. Jets have a good defense. Quentin Williams and C.J. Mosley, they had a great game today. They all had a pretty good game. Sauce Holds Gardner, he had a good game too. But yeah, no, Patriots, they probably beat the Patriots too. I wonder if the Patriots are gonna like just be at the very top of the draft. That'd be wild. It's weird to see them not be a good team. But yeah, so I feel like both these teams got kind of a hard schedule ahead. Like Jets got Eagles, Bills, Dolphins, Browns. Those are bad games. And then Broncos got Chiefs twice, Browns, Lions, Chargers twice, Vikings, Bills. Oh man, that's a trip. After seeing how they played tonight, I really like Patrick Surtain. He got a interception with his legs. Oh, I did not mean to click that. But PS2 is the real deal. He freaking that interception, 10 out of 10. Like I wish like he could get an interception every week, but who knows if he's gonna be able to catch interceptions with his legs all the time. My bad, I accidentally closed the box score as well. That's funny. Clicked on the game recap. But yeah, Big Shooter, if you haven't watched the game, this game recap, I bet it would be probably a pretty good game recap. The Broncos lost, but they lost looking good. Those helmets, those snow-capped helmets, fire. They looked really good. I think I would have liked to see them in white jerseys, but I mean, the orange jerseys are cool too, I guess. Maybe next game they'll have white jerseys, but I don't know, they'll probably just have orange again. They're okay, it just might be a little too much orange. But I want to see that snow cap helmet with the white jerseys or something. It'd be nice. But snow cap, they're nice. I also like the Jets helmets too. Not gonna lie, that green color actually looked pretty nice. Not as much as the snow capped helmets though. Those are way better. I also like that Russell Wilson didn't throw an interception. That's nice to see. I feel like he almost did, but Adam Troutman. Adam Troutman got a nice play. I didn't mention that yet. I almost skipped over Adam Troutman because he has been not having a good one because he always like barely does anything. I feel like because he'll get the ball and get stopped immediately, or just he's more of a blocking guy. But he finally got a touchdown after a nice play by Samaje Perine moving the ball going up there. They tossed it into the end zone to Adam Troutman. Beautiful touchdown. Good to see him making a play out there, especially since it feels like Russell's going to be dumping off to him quite a bit. I can't wait to see Greg Dulcich back out there. I wonder when he's going to be there. Because maybe more of the targets will definitely be going to Greg Dulcich. But Adam Troutman catching a touchdown, cool to see. Cool to see, definitely. Oh, also at one point, the Broncos had two chances to go for a 2-point conversion. The first time they failed, but there was a flag on the defense. And then they had a second try, and it was a nice play. They just handed off to Michael Burton. He just ran it in for the nice touchdown. They don't even have his freaking stat on here. They don't have the Broncos fullback Michael Burton's touchdown stat right here. That is just disrespectful of the fullback position and disrespectful of Michael Burton. Where is he at? Like, where is he at? He got a touchdown that was. Oh, wait a minute. My mistake. I'm having a hoopla moment. That was actually just a 2-point conversion. I guess they don't show his 2-point conversion. Will Burton picked up the 2-point conversion. I forgot what I was talking about there. That was a mulligan. Also, one thing for the Jets, actually, now that I think about it, Jack Conklin, the Broncos defense make the randomest people look like extremely like amazing superstars. Or not Jack, sorry, Tyler Conklin. This dude, he had a great play where he was just wide open for a nice 30-yard gain. But look at that. 16.8 average. All he did was catch really just nice ball, like dimes from Zach Wilson, as the announcers are saying. They're actually saying Zach Wilson was dropping dimes to Tyler Conklin. That was funny to hear the announcers say that. Oh, my bad. I got something caught in my throat there. But it's cool to see Alan Lazard actually getting a few catches, former Packer. Of course, coming here to play with Aaron Rodgers, but still kind of performing a little bit out there with Zach Wilson. That's cool to see. Garrett Wilson, he had a nice catch where he like caught it and kind of slid across the ground. That was a nice catch. It sucks like it was against the Broncos, but you got to give him credit. It was a nice catch. The Broncos just let a lot of people get wide open. A lot of the yards that they got were just from passes that, or from like passes where they were wide open. Just it was wild. Tyler Conklin especially. I didn't expect him to be their leading receiver. Like you come in like to the matchup and you think Garrett Wilson will probably go over for 100 yards or so. But no, Tyler Conklin, leading receiver, 67 yards. I guess Brees Hall did have 177. He almost cracked 200. But I'm glad he didn't crack 200. Even though I like Brees Hall, he's a good player, just that would have been bad. It would have been just making this Broncos defense even like worse. Like this defense is already going to be in the history books for being for how bad it is, and it's just accumulating worse and worse stats throughout the season. So they might as well just go all out and try to be the worst defense in the league and get like completely stamped in history, you know? No, I don't know. If anything, they're going to get a good pick in the draft, and hopefully they won't mess it up. No, have a nice draft. Yeah. Who thinks George Payton will be fired? I wonder if, or Payton. I don't know if it's George Payton. I think it's Payton. I wonder if he'll end up being fired. Or like these guys getting traded. Like if I would have to guess, I think Jerry Jeudy may get traded. Cortland Sutton may get traded. And Justin Simmons may get traded. I think that's the three guys that are on the trade block right now, in my opinion. Like, I don't really know, obviously. But if I had to guess, those three guys may be gone by the trade deadline. Especially after this loss, they may be looking towards the future. And they already let Randy Gregory go, so they don't care who they let go at this point. If they could get picks, I think they're going to get picks and load up in the draft. And man, it's going to be a wild time for these Broncos. And then watch. Justin Simmons go to the Packers, probably, maybe, and just go insane. Jerry Jeudy, wherever he goes, he'll probably perform insane. Everyone's saying the Panthers. He'll probably be great. Cortland Sutton, wherever he goes, I don't know if they'll trade him. We still need a kind of like a veteran-ish guy. I guess Tim Patrick could be that too when he comes back. But man, I feel like one of these three guys are going to definitely be gone. That's crazy. Also, that's pretty funny. Peyton couldn't hack it. That is 100% true. that is good. Freaking, they both had a bad time management. Like they both messed up their time management at different times. That's funny. The announcers are even saying something about it. So he 100% could not hack it. Let's see. Freaking let's see. Hang on. Hold on. I was going to say the Broncos just were not how they were expected to be this season. It's wild. Also, I lost my note. What I was going to say. Oh, that last play. There we go. I was going to say, okay, the Broncos were freaking going to be driving. They had a chance to win. Okay, it was like 21-24. The Broncos had the ball, 49 seconds left, and they were going to be, they had a timeout, and they were going to have like a chance to do something. And they were going, and then that Russell Wilson fumble, and then pick up by that scoop and score by the Jets right there. That was so heartbreaking. I was like, come on. Like they had a chance to at least go down and get a field goal. They needed at least 20 yards or something like that to at least be in field goal range. But nah, it was like a sack fumble and then to the house. That was so unfortunate. Oh, I kind of agree with you on that Patrick Surtain interception. I was thinking that. I was like, oh dang. I was like, he did kind of grab him. But then I was kind of laughing because how Sauce Gardner got away with one on Cortland Sutton in the last game. So I was kind of like, oh, they probably saw the last clip and then just let Patrick get away with it because of last time. But yeah, no, I agree with you. That interception was kind of BS. Just a little, just a smidge. He did grab onto him. But the refs, man, the refs, they know how to screw over a lot of teams. At least it didn't really cost y'all the win in the end. And it made it kind of a cool highlight. They might cut out the part where he grabs him in all the highlights. Also Quincy Williams. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Quincy Williams is awesome. Also that's sick that you're a Jets fan. Freaking I don't know much Jets fans. So that's really cool. Where let's see what Quincy Williams did. Oh dude, yeah, Quincy Williams, he was a disruptor for sure. I think he was one who recovered a fumble as well. I don't think they have those stats. Look at that. Oh man. Quincy Williams is good. I was really hyped about this team coming into the season. But then, of course, Aaron Rodgers got hurt, which is horrible. But, Zach Wilson's looking good. Like, he could still, not throw the game away too horribly. Like you said, if that interception would have got a penalty, he wouldn't have had an interception on the day. And he would have been kind of safe. And they would have been able to go down and at least, like, be a little smoother. I don't know. This defense also could carry that offense. Sorry, my dog was just distracting me a little bit. I kind of lost my train of thought there. Oh, it was my B. But yeah, no, freaking 19 to 26. That's not horrible, but it is the Broncos defense. So, but yeah, if you did have Rodgers, I feel like you definitely would be like 4-1 right now. You definitely would have won by a lot more points because this defense, man, you probably would have had a chance to be like dropping 70 points as well. It probably would have been like Jets, Dolphins, and Chiefs being and Bills probably scoring the highest against the Broncos. I drafted Aaron Rodgers in fantasy. I really thought he was gonna like go off this season. I was so hyped to watch the Jets. I was looking forward to this game too, especially because Nathaniel Hackett. There you go, my bad. I'm gonna close my door real quick, guys. My apologies. It's kind of funny doing this live. I don't really go live all that often. I mean, I do have a few live streams, but this is kind of newish. I'm used to kind of being able to record and kind of take out the spots that where like I have to get up and close my door. I'll kind of like take that out, but being live, it's like, oh damn, I can't do that. But it's all right. It's cool. I'm gonna try to be live a lot more. It's always a lot of fun, especially after games. But I need to take more notes. I ran out of notes to take. It was cool to see Michael Carter get a carry, but he really didn't do all that much. He just had one carry. 3 receptions though. That's cool. And then CJ Uzama. I feel like when I saw he was on the Jets, I thought he was gonna be a lot more of a contributor. But I still like to see him there. It sucks that he caught that one pass in bounds though. If he would have just been able to get out of bounds, they probably would have had at least a field goal there. And would have won by at least 34. But as a Broncos fan, I'm glad they didn't win by any more points than they did. 10 is enough. 10's enough. We already got beat by 50. But yeah, let's see some news, I guess. This is the first time the Jets have gained 400 yards with Zach Wilson as their starting QB. Oh, that's cool. That's neat. The Broncos really do be making every quarterback look good. That could be a sign that Zach Wilson is really learning and has like what it takes, or that just another sign of how bad the Broncos is. It's what it is. And who knows if they keep winning, Aaron Rodgers may come back this season. I don't know. Maybe not because ACL tears are crazy. Maybe next season, but it's a trip. In his first 24 career games, Zach Wilson only threw for 70% completion rate once. He's now done it back-to-back weeks. Oh, that's good. That shows growth. He's right. That is growth. I agree with that guy. It was so broken. It was both 3rd and 12 and 3rd and 14 on the same play. That's funny. Losing close games. Yeah. Dope. Oh, look at that. Fred Warner and Quincy Williams playing the best 2 linebackers. That's pretty dope. I didn't realize he was playing like one of the best. If that's like true. I feel like Quincy Williams is a bit underrated. Because like, I don't hear him getting talked about all that much. That's big. I don't really, okay. Alright, I feel like that's all the interesting news. Oh shoot, I keep closing the wrong thing. Oh, you know what also I should look up real quick before I end the stream? I'm gonna see what's going on with the other games real quick. We're gonna check out what's going on. Because the Cowboys and the 49ers are playing. Okay, so Cowboys are 0 right now. That's good to see. And the 49ers. Oh shoot. Where's it at? I lost it. Oh, here we go. So 49ers 14 zip. I like seeing that. I just want to see the 49ers stay undefeated. I feel like that'd be cool. Cowboys probably do have a chance to come back. Brock Purdy, 2 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey, only 30 yards. Oh, it is only the second quarter. George Kittle caught those 2 touchdowns. That's good. That's cool to see. Nice. I probably won't be making a video about that game or anything. That's just going on right now. I just wanted to... Oh, the Cowboys just scored. The Cowboys just scored. 7-14. That's crazy. We caught that live. I wonder who scored. I have to see real quick. Before I go back to the game, I gotta see who scored. That's funny. Alright, come on. Who was that? Cavante Turpin. Nice, the return guy. That's, heck yeah. I like to see that. I like that, dude. Alright, I really hope the 49ers stay undefeated, though, still. But alright, let me pull this game back up. I do like both these teams, though. I'm not gonna lie. Jets, I have no problem with the Jets. They're like, I root for them, but not against the Broncos, of course. Oh, I don't have the Jets schedule up. What up? I feel like with me accidentally closing everything, I messed up my thing. I'll end up getting better at these live streams. This is still a work in progress. I'm gonna also get a webcam eventually. I just haven't ordered one yet. That'll be sometimes eventually. And then I'll probably have like some sort of background be made to where I could have like a webcam, have like a background type thing, and then have like the box scores up and something. So yeah, this is all just a work in progress. Maybe I'll try to see how I could get Streamlabs in the chat where you could like gamble up in here. I have a buddy of mine who knows how to do all that. If y'all like gaming, check him out, Mr. Sagui on YouTube. He's a really good dude. He'll probably help me out a lot making this chat better for y'all. But yeah, no, it's good to see Zach Wilson do good out there. He performed. He outperformed Patrick Mahomes last week. If you look stat wise and all that, that was a big story at one point. So it's good to see him like continue to do well after that. So it wasn't just a fluke or anything. So I feel like if Aaron Rodgers doesn't come back this season, they could be okay with Zach. Even though he's obviously not, I don't think he's the answer or anything, but I think they could be okay, you know. Because obviously, if Aaron's ready, they'll probably just throw him in whenever he's like ready. For the Broncos, I like to see Samaje Perine do good. He freaking runs hard. That guy is crazy. It sucks that the Bengals let him go. Joe Mixon and Samaje Perine was a great one too, but great job for the Broncos to pick up Samaje Perine. I really like to see him out there. Him and Jaleel McLaughlin, those are probably one of my two favorite Broncos at this point. Those guys, those are just fun guys to watch. And you know what? Without Randy Gregory, this team got more sacks. I'm really curious to see what Randy Gregory does on the 49ers. They traded Randy Gregory's for like a 6th and a 7th or something like that. Where like they swap picks. But yeah, so I'll keep an eye on him as well. I want to keep an eye on Nick Bonito, 2 sacks. See how much he could get this season. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good season for all the young guys to get experience and get ready for next season. And maybe that's the same thing for the Jets. Maybe if they can't carry the momentum into next games and they like continue to like lose a couple more, it's a good learning moment for all the younger guys. And all of them could prepare for next season. Because both these teams do have losing records. Jets are in a better position than the Broncos at this point. But we never know what could happen. Jets could go on to win 7 straight. They could go on to lose 7 straight. Broncos could win 7 straight. They could lose 7 straight. Let's hope anyway, or like no matter what happens, their games are competitive and they all prepare to like for next year. Because this season may not be like a Super Bowl. I don't see either of these teams in the Super Bowl, unfortunately. Even though I think both teams may have had Super Bowl expectations this year, which is wild. The Jets were definitely pictured in the playoffs. Broncos, I feel like, were possible playoff teams. I think everybody was weary about them after the Nathaniel Hackett experience. We were just like hopeful. But yeah, Jets I feel a little bad for. But I feel like they're in a better spot than the Broncos at this point, especially because we have Russell Wilson. Like, I like Russell Wilson. I still believe in Russell Wilson. But they probably, I guess, for the better of the team, lose. Not like try and lose or anything, but if they lose and are in a position to get a quarterback, they probably should definitely draft another quarterback. Move on from this guy. Just so he could also free up some money and get more talent. Because the lack of talent, like, look at the comparison. Like, if you always compare the teams between the Broncos and the teams they play, like, Jets, talent all around. And then Broncos, no talent. Like, Breece Hall, Dalvin Cook, Michael Carter. That's a loaded backfield. And they don't even use Dalvin or Michael all that much. Because Breece, by himself, just gets the job done. Then you got Garrick, CJ. Both CJs are freaking game changers sometimes. I guess Uzama maybe not so much, but Mosley, Quincy, Sauce. Man, I love saying these guys' names. All these guys, dude, freaking talent galore. Michael Carter. Dude, John Franklin Myers, I feel like he had more of he was more of an impact than his one tackle shows. But yeah, all that talent, and then you go to the Broncos defense or team, I guess. I like this backfield talent. Jerry Jeudy, he's talented, but he doesn't I feel like he should be having more of an impact. he does show up a little bit. 6 catches, that's pretty good, but like you expect Jerry Jeudy to do more. You know what I mean? Cortland sounds good. That's a good 1-2, but they don't live up to expectations. And then this defense, Justin Simmons, Patrick Surtain, those are your most talented guys. And nobody else really shows up. Mike Purcell is okay, but he's not like your game-changing guy or anything. Zach Allen was supposed to be that, but he really doesn't live up to expectations. It's just a huge talent difference between these two, and so far between any teams the Broncos have played. It's wild. So Broncos 100% prepare for next season. Jets, I feel like they have a chance to salvage this season and probably should try. And I bet Rodgers is trying every day to come back. Something. He's not done yet. I thought, to be honest, I thought Rodgers was going to be done. But I was wrong about that. I think Aaron's going to come back and probably come back strong. At least one more year. He has to have a year in New York, I feel like. That's probably what he's thinking. But hell yeah. These are two teams I like. I'm excited to see how it is at the end of the season. I'll probably be going over like every team's records at the end of the season. So I'm really curious to see what the Jets are going to do after this win, see if they turn it around. And for the Broncos, I don't know if I have any hope left. I do have a little bit of hope, but it's just a scary road ahead. So, oh man, at least they're going to look good in those snow caps, even though they only wear them one more time. And the Jets, they're always going to look good with their helmets, so they're going to lose looking good. That's all that matters. I mean, not playing good, but looking good. But, alright, I'll probably be heading out. I want to start streaming for longer, but I always run out of my notes, and I feel like I tend to ramble a bit and say the same things. So I kind of don't want to just repeat myself and like waste y'all's time. So I'm going to call the stream there. But yeah, maybe I'll bring on some guests sometimes, and we'll like talk about the game, maybe like back and forth. It'd be cool. So I think it'd be like longer if I did get a guest as well. So I don't know. This is all still kind of a work in progress. I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all very much. Thank you, Matthew Smith. Shout out to you. 100% appreciated. You didn't have to click on this video or stream, but you did. So hell yeah. Have a great ass day, night, whatever time it is. And yeah, appreciate y'all. Go Broncos, go Jets. Hope y'all do something good at least this season. Make some more highlights if anything. Get them highlights. That's all I'm rooting for at least. And a good old draft pick. Let's go Jets, salvage your season. And let's go Broncos. Do something. I don't know. But yeah, no,